Hello, hello, hello. Anybody out there? I see one person. So I guess I'll start with my usual intro. This is unusual for me, but I really just wanted to come on and chat for 1 second about the R. Kelly Bond situation. Welcome. Give me 1 second, please. Let me get my life in order real quick. Can we test out the comments? I'm using a new platform. Can somebody let me know something? I have no idea. Okay, hi. Okay, cool. Diva Law 888. Perfect. Della, Tamika. All right, cool. Nia, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Darlene, what's happening? Okay, cool. All right, so welcome, 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 or welcome back. I'm Goddess Dawn. It's Thursday, September 5th, 2019. And I'm here just rapping a little bit about R. Kelly and the Bond situation. I noticed a lot of people commenting, and also I was on social media, and people are questioning the Bond situation. It was put out there falsely that Bond had been granted upon his next hearing at the end of this month, but that has since been confirmed to be false. And I just want to make sure we're all on the same page and we're all clear that it is not a guarantee, probably not even likely, that R. Kelly will be out on bond anytime soon, if at all. What do you guys think? So, was anybody out there questioning? Hey, Deshaun, what's happening, Deshaun? You found me, huh? Linda, I know, I hope not either. Yeah, me too, Tamika. Okay, cool. So, listen, I'm just here to just like list some reasons why he should not get bail. And I think I'm just going to start with the fact that he was ordered last month by the judge to remain in custody pending his trial. Period. Right, Team Truth. So he was ordered by the judge to remain in custody. So why would this change? What has happened? I think all the stories coming out about the situations going on behind bars, the rejecting the cellmates, and one cellmate, potential cellmate, having history of making blades, I think was another thing that was put out there. Hi, I have 18 people. Yay. 2 likes. Come on, y'all. Come on. By the way, that's a candle burning in the back. I'm sorry. I just really am figuring this out. I have no idea what's happening. Um, let's see. Where am I? So does anyone else feel like he should get out? Like, I'm just wondering, like, where people's minds are. Why are we even talking about this? Okay, Deshaun, I got to be honest. Supporters and Team True, we can't let him beat. Well, I mean, honestly, we don't have control. Well, unless we get on the jury, I don't see what type of control. And actually, I think a lot of this media coverage might be harmful. I don't know if it's harmful, but uh, never. Yes, Tamika. Linda, I do not understand these two young ladies. Okay, well, the young ladies, okay, they're a whole other issue. I don't know that. I think they're more so a distraction. I was watching Angelo Clary's live, I think it was last night, actually, and he was saying that he's going to be coming out with some more on Greenberg, but that Greenberg is somehow in cahoots with somebody where he's not going to be going anywhere, and there's a purpose for him, and it has a relation to the girls. So he was, putting something out there without saying everything, as he usually does, or as a lot of people, even myself, tend to do. Um, so now they're saying he's in population, in general population, and we don't know why all of a sudden this changed. At one point earlier, when he was first put in, it was he needed to be in solitary. He wanted to be in solitary. He was fine in solitary. He has his Bible and his fan letters and his commissary, and he's good to go. Now all of a sudden, he got to get out of commissary. He has to get in general pop. I mean, what happened? See, there's a lot of contradictions when it comes to this case. I know he can't read. He can't read the Bible. So he's been in since like July 11th, I believe. But General Pop, he's been in since I think Tuesday is what's being reported. So the judge set the trial date to April 27th, 2020. And prior to the actual trial, there are a lot of hearings because there's going to be motions filed and all types of stuff happening behind the scenes, jury selection included. The jury selection is a very critical piece to this whole situation. And that in itself is a little worrisome. Honestly, he wouldn't get it. He used the media. Yeah. More freedom and Jim Pop. Correct. I think that's the case. He's probably on the phone right now. Yes. Okay. So there was discovery given to the defense by the prosecution, a CD. Everyone, I think, assumed that this quote unquote CD or disc is just the tape that the tape that's in question, the sex tape, obviously. But the CD, it was revealed by Steve Greenberg, is actually a disc with 9,000 subfolders within it of discovery. So they have a lot of work to do to comb through all that stuff and come up with their defense. There's an article out, and they're saying that basically the defense doesn't look like they're at all cohesive, and the prosecutors, they're not. I mean, I'm sorry, the different defense teams don't seem to be working together, nor do the districts in general. So it's kind of like just chaos right now, according to what we're reading. We don't know if this stuff is true. I'm just going by what's published in the media. So anybody that wants to get mad at me for doing these videos, right, 9,000 subfolders within this CD. It's printed here. I mean, I found it online in Chicago Tribune or one of these papers. But this came out of Steve Greenberg, he's also full of shit. So we have to admit that. Anything coming out of him or even Mike Leonard, any of these people, they're, even the prosecutors, I have to say, we don't know what's true. They're out here trying to manipulate the masses, I'm assuming, for potential jurors. So, and if any of these potential jurors are smart enough, they're going to play the game until they get on that jury seat. No one's going to just go in jury selection and reveal the fact that they're a super fan or reveal the fact that, they really want him to go down. It's not happening like that. Well, there could be people like that. Actually, yeah, there are people like that. This chat is going fast. Okay. Hi, Tammy. So where was I? So we have a lot of discovery to go through. There's a lot of work to do behind the scenes before we get to the actual tentative trial date, which means also this trial date can be moved depending on what happens with these other districts, depending on what happens in general with all this stuff. Anything can happen. Look at Epstein. Wink, wink. So what else? What do y'all think, though, about this bond thing? I feel like there's enough against him not to have bond, which is why he wasn't given it in the first place. The prosecutors had a pretty strong case. Now they're also using Aaliyah as to show a pattern of his predatory ways. Hey, Phyllis. I know, right? It's called stepping out of your comfort zone. I'm trying to show and not tell. So I'm glad you're here to see this. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, see, Phyllis, see what you did? Threw me off my game. I was on a roll. Anybody remember what I was saying? Okay, so he was interviewing the fans. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there was a rally. Did you guys see or hear about this rally? Well, and Nia, I saw you in somebody's comments going, you have me dying. But yeah, so the rally didn't look to me to be very successful. I mean, maybe to them, they had like a handful of people out there, chanting back and forth. I believe they walked to the prison. They were waving at him. They just knew that was him in the window. It was sad, honestly, because the women that I'm looking at, they all have the same kind of look. I don't know how to describe it. Somebody's fans, yeah, they were cheering. I mean, he could be a prison hero. We don't know, but at the same time, there's always that one that wants to, be infamous. So, and all I'm saying is, it's just probably not a good idea for his safety for him to be in general pop. Yeah, but anyway, so they're down there and they're doing their thing, and the one of his friends that I don't know any of these people. The one that ran it, everybody's saying he's a fraud. Everyone's saying all these negative things about him. I don't know if it's true or not, but it doesn't seem to be a good look for that guy that they're trying to help. It seems like they more so try to be quiet and let things play out. But instead, they're tweeting his attorney on a regular basis. That's why, you guys should really get on Twitter, just to create a profile, just to look at the stuff on Twitter. His attorney, look at his mentions. I mean, these people are honestly going buck wild for this guy. The two younger sisters, why not? They said they're on the father's side. I don't see why it wouldn't be true. Supposedly, it's reported that he has embraced these two women and that they were actually talking prior to the hearing. So he was already familiar with them and had accepted them. Personally, I don't really feel it's relevant. They're on the dad's side. I mean, I guess it could be relevant because as far as we knew, he didn't even know who his dad was, right? I mean, I don't know. Kelly is the mother's last name. Exactly. Lovely LD. Nia. Okay, stop it. All right, so yeah. So he has his fans and his supporters and all these things, but they refuse to believe that there is actual evidence to support why he should be in jail and not out, especially on house arrest. Most of his crimes happened at his residences. I know I've said this before. He can just do everything on house arrest. That's like a dream for him. Why wouldn't he want to be on house arrest? That's where everything goes down. Like, seriously? I done readings. You guys do not want to know what was in my last read. I can't even video these readings. They come out with just this crazy stuff. I don't know. Some things I just don't want to put out there. I just feel like it's just too much. But I promise Ty, I hope you watch this, that I would do reading this weekend on. He wants to know what's happening with the girls. Obviously, Azriel and Joycelyn. Looking at that video of them in that car, no McDonald's. That was a staged, that seemed to me to be staged. And according to Angelo Clary, that's part of Greenberg's job, is to handle these girls or be a part of the group that handles these girls. There's another female also that's there doing that. The girls are moving. Yeah, what's up with that story too? So first it was December. The lease is paid. They are chilling until December. And all of a sudden, they have to move by August or September. And by this point, it was already September. So what is the point of putting that out, knowing that if he does get on bond, which he probably won't, he will need to have an address that, they have to make sure where he's living. I guess they will need to check this out. Hey, look, this is based on TV and movies because I ain't been in like that. So, but you talked to Angelo and he said he doesn't believe that's R. Kelly's sisters. I don't care. The sisters are they relevant? Let me know why you think the sisters are relevant, because I don't see that. I don't see it unless they've seen and heard something that they can actually produce as fact on what's happening here. I don't see what it is. They're trying to move the girls who are parental interaction. Oh. Well, everyone's asking for proof, so that's my point about the fans. Everything is, well, there's no proof. Well, what do you think the evidence, all the things they have stacked against him are enough for them to be able to hold him? It's enough for them to be able to hold him. One defense's argument that he can't read. Right. Oh, and that his sisters could. Okay. Oh, so they're relatives and they're able to. Okay, I see. Different perspective. Whole different ball game. Yeah. Well, in that case, it is very relevant, and we need to know, are they really his sisters? Who are these girls? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading. I'm trying to do all kinds of things. I'm holding my crystals because I got to make sure I emanate love. Because even though I am really not a supporter of R. Kelly, it's not like I'm just jumping around like, yeah, he's going. I mean, I am actually happy. I can't lie. But I mean, I'm trying to put love. Like, we just need to all love each other. Like, even these people who are fans of his, I don't get that mentality at all. Like, you don't know him, and how do you vouch for somebody to the detriment of someone else who is hurt or potentially? And even if they're lying, all of them are not lying. They're not all lying. If there's even one of them whose story is true, that's enough. Like, seriously. But we know that's not the case. Look, there's so much out there. Look, read Jim DeRogatis's book. He has a timeline of all kinds of factual things in there, all kinds of stuff. And I'm sure the prosecution also has whatever it is, he has in that book. He could care less about them. Who, DeRogatis? Okay, I don't know if that's who you're talking about, but nevertheless, okay, so do I have fans? I see people trying to say that, oh, R. Kelly. Okay, okay. Gotcha. Sharon Winbush. Oh my gosh, you guys. Why did I get sucked into that whole drama? The Winbush, the girl, what's her name? Jasmine, Dr. Rice, all that craziness. Well, I mean, if I were her, I would also have been very upset of someone saying I was dead. Like, that video where she checked him is, I think, the first video I've seen of hers. And that actually drew me in because I was like, oh, wow, this is really going down. What is going on? And I do watch some of these people's videos, the fans, because I just want to know, like, what is going on? Like, what are they thinking? Because I just can't believe people who support this. I can't believe it. 14 likes. Yay. Up from 2. That's called progress. All right. So, look, I've been on for like 17 minutes. I'm trying to be quick because that's why I did a live. I'm being lazy because otherwise my videos that I actually do make take quite some time. So I did get sucked into just for a minute, just because I wanted to know, like, who are these people? What in the heck is, and plus I wanted to know if any of these people actually know what they're talking about. Maybe they have something that I can actually research. No, but yeah, nothing there. It's all BS, all drama, all a distraction. It's not worth it. So don't even go there. If you see those suggestions, I wouldn't even go there. So what else? Tell us about the reading. Oh, the reading. I told you I've done several readings since I've last done a video of a reading. And the readings are not, they're very dark. They're very dark. And I really don't feel comfortable putting it out there. So I'm going to continue till I can get something I can actually dig into and actually give you that's real. Like, I don't feel comfortable. Did Rice ever make sense? I'm honestly asking. I could sense he was a dirty fool. Nia. So Dr. Rice. Dr. Rice has been, getting a lot of flack ever since he went up against Dana J, is it? And Dana J was in my comments before, y'all, when I had mentioned him. Somebody called him out and said he was a mole. I was just reading the tweet. I put it on my video. I guess people went and told him, and he came in and he was going bananas. And I'm like, dude, you need to calm down. He was really aggressive for a man. And this is my point. Why? Dr. Rice is not a doctor. Yeah, I think he pointed to a degree on the wall, but I don't know that he actually presented anything or any proof. When you put yourself out there like that, I guess people want to know, is it real? Because they really want to put their stock in you. Is Dana J lying about R. Kelly being his godson? Well, according to many people, he's a fraud. He's lying about his relationship with R. Kelly. He's lying about what R. Kelly has done for him as far as paying for his college. Does he even have a college degree? He comes across as somebody who just wants to be on the scene. You can look back at some of the pictures when R. Kelly was first getting arrested, and you will see Dana right behind him. And at the time, I obviously noticed him. I mean, his eyes are like literally on the side of his head. Like, I'm sorry. Did I actually say that out loud? Okay, my bad. Sending love. All right, y'all. So back on track. What were we talking about? Okay, so the obsession out there. We're not going to allow my comment section. It gets crazy in my comments. I don't like to block people. I have blocked people. Last person was a Juanita who was wigging out on people, being disrespectful, calling people out of their name, all that stuff. Not cool. YouTube is being very strict on these things. They are, removing their, people also get flagged. I might be getting flagged right now. I have no idea. R. Kelly R. Kelly can't read. R. Kelly, maybe this is his time. This is his time he could be actually getting really deep spiritually in this time that he has. So we'll see how this plays out for him. There's another piece of information that's out, and it just kind of summarizes what's happening and what's next for him. He has a lot of court dates coming up. So this is coming from USA Today. Thank you, Mrs. Wells. I'm excited to be here. So USA Today is letting us know what's the latest on the sex crime cases against R. Kelly. And this was published it says what's today's date? I don't even know it says 9 something. It was the other day. It says here's what's next. R. Kelly, who is currently locked up in jail in Chicago, can look forward to getting out for 3 court hearings this month and a 4th in early October as the creaky machinery of the state and federal criminal justice systems plod forward on separate tracks. So there it is. They're saying they're not working together. At the moment, and despite usual practices, it appears that 2 of the federal cases and 2 of the state cases pending against R. Kelly are going to be prosecuted separately. Thus far, it's not been decided which jurisdiction will try him first or whether to merge some of the cases and try them together. So this must have come out before they said that the first trial will be in April. Like I said, April 27th is the trial date. It's tentative, but April's a long way away. There's a lot of things that can come in. September 5th. Yes, thank you. It's the 5th. So it says also, it looks like all 4 teams of prosecutors want to move forward and want to try this case and achieve convictions. It's unlikely all will get that opportunity. And this is predicted by Renato Mariotti, a former federal prosecutor in Northern District, Illinois. He's now a criminal defense lawyer in federal courts in Chicago, and he's a legal analyst for CNN, blah, 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 blah. He's a credible guy. Oh, I'm seeing comments that I'm not catching, I'm going to go back and, I'll be all up in the comments. So don't feel free to go ahead and do your chatting right now. And if I don't see you now, I'll get back. So anyway, this thing goes on. It covers a few things that I thought was interesting, but for the most part, it's saying that first up, so he had the hearing on yesterday, and that was for Chicago's federal case. And this is on multiple sex crimes, including sex with underage girls, producing child pornography, and obstruction of justice. His co-defendants are also involved in this case. So his co-defendants were also there at the hearing yesterday. I didn't see much mention of them, but they were there. Also, we don't know what's going to happen with them either. So we got to keep our eye on that. So he also has to go to Minneapolis for a September 12th arraignment on child prostitution charges in Hennepin County. It says Kelly is being charged with 2 counts of child prostitution and solicitation involving a girl under 18 for alleged encounter in 2001. Following that, they're going to return him, it says, to Chicago after the arraignment because the 3rd date in the Kelly legal diary is 5 days later on September 17th. This is when he's due to return to Flood's court for another hearing in the Cook County case, and I believe that's the state case. So he's a busy guy. He's going to be, moving around a little bit if they actually move him, because I believe that they did have a video conference option for him on the table. He didn't take it. He's doing a lot of refusing of things also. I find that to be interesting. He supposedly refused transport to the court. They also have whistleblowers and former staff. Yeah, exactly. Let me put this out there. Any staff, current, former, anybody who with inside information that is credible, feel free to hit me up and let me know what's going on. Because people are hitting me up and I just really can't tell where they're coming from. So I'm not really trying to go there. I got this guy telling me he wants to have an interview with me because he's tired of R. Kelly's BS and he wants to put it all out there. And I'm like, I don't know who you are. You probably trying to set me up. Like, I can't trust people who come at me. Like, I'm like, you could go to Tasha K, blah, 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 named a bunch of people who actually do interviews and break this type of news. Oh, yeah, Nia, I want to know. So if he's a fraud, press 1. That's all we need to know. He can do his own research. R. Kelly will get hammered for that obstruction. Yeah, that obstruction of justice is big. And that's my point, is that those charges in itself are enough to keep him behind bars. Why would you give someone bond with these type of charges against them? With also different districts and all types of stuff. All right, Nia, then we need to talk. Because, I need to know what's going on here. I personally have my opinion. I haven't tapped into the psyche for the extra sauce, but if you could tell me whatever, tell me. I hear Dr. Greenberg is not his lawyer anymore, but was in court yesterday. That's what I'm saying. Like Clary said, Angelo Clary had a live. He talked about Greenberg. He said he was going to come out with more, but basically said Greenberg is not going anywhere. He's there for a reason. And part of that reason is handling Joycelyn and Azriel. This is what he said. So I don't know, and he is the one who seems to be really, I think it's the Chicago Sun-Times that he's usually in. The prosecutors seem to have the tie to the Tribune. But, he's not a doctor. Yeah, I believe that. He seems very, I have my property and my acres and my this and my that and my that and my this. And it's like, really? Yeah, he can't afford. And Michael Jackson, somebody actually said too, Michael Jackson's lawyer in this day and age, he ain't worth poop anyway because he's not up on the new stuff or whatever. I don't know if anything changes in law like that, the technology of research and all that, but people do that for you. So anyway, I almost went to law school. I took the LSAT and everything, but preparing for the LSAT, taking the LSAT, it took so much out of me. I was like, nah, but I do keep my eye on things. He is sketchy. Something is definitely weird about him. He is selling a book. You also have to look at people who are doing things to help themselves. All the people that I can tell, except for one. There's one fan. She's a blogger. I don't want to mention her because I'm trying not to get into no types of beefs. I will mention this one person because I thanked her for, she has a video for new creators. So if any of you are a newer creator like myself, I've been here since January. Olivia the Oracle is a blogger. Yes, tell her to go for it and do her thing and do it for us. Because I wanted to do it, but it just wasn't in me at the time. It's never too late though, But Olivia the Oracle, she's a blogger and she put a video out basically about how to survive these YouTube streets as a newer YouTuber, not to get too much caught up in, this and that and don't, get into beefs, blah, 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 which obvious stuff. And then also algorithm type secrets and things like that. So, I knew you were smart. You ain't got to tell me, girl. But I encourage any of you listening, if you have aspirations of, law or any type of profession that will help not just, our people. Well, yeah, I mean, worldwide, but, really our community, we really need a lot of healing. We need a lot of help. We need our own stuff, our own things, treatment centers, things like that. I don't know. I have a feeling some things are going to go down soon with this economy. We got elections coming up next year. I did a video on what 2020 looks like. And yeah, it was kind of grim. But we will be pressing on as we always do. But you always want to make sure you are, protected. There's that real ID. I've been talking about it all year. Because there's deadlines for every state for you to get that. And without that on your license, like the stamp, you aren't able to travel within states if you don't have that. So make sure you hit the DMV and get that real ID ASAP. So please don't tell me somebody's like, innocent until proven guilty. Are you serious right now? Like if we went by that for so many people, like there, I just read too today, a lady was killed. They found out it was her ex-boyfriend or her boyfriend. He rapped. He did a rap. He was white. Okay. He was at some type of showcase. He rapped that he killed her, put her in the dirt. And he did. He literally killed her. And they have been looking for her. They knew he had a fight with her, but they let him out. Why was he out? You know what I'm saying? Because I think, obviously, like I just said, he was a white boy trying to be a rapper. And he killed this girl and was rapping about it. And out on bail. Anyway, moving right along. So let's see, what else are they talking about here? So I told you about the September court dates, October court dates. They also have here that he's got to go back to Brooklyn on October 2nd and face those sex crimes, including sex trafficking and racketeering. It says that prior to his previous appearance in New York for his arraignment on August 2nd, federal officials in Chicago indicated there were concerns about his transport. And they did put out there that there were some transportation issues with that whole he's missing. Why would his attorney put that he's missing in the media and they're trying to get him bail? That makes no sense. That's like they're working against him, which is fine with me. But I'm just saying, like, somebody really needs to, keep their eye on that. But yeah, but because they put that out there, it really is trying to seem to me to keep him from being transported. Like they're going to pull a stunt so that it looks like it's just too much trouble and risk to have him transport. So let's just have him do it via video. So I guess we'll see. The state case and the hearing and the trial or whatever, I think they already are allowing that to be filmed or to be broadcasted. I believe that's going to be on air. So he's going to be going in October for that. So we will get maybe a glimpse of what he's looking like these days. I think I mentioned in my last video how people were talking about how, he's probably not wanting people to see him because of his, I don't know, maybe he's grown a beard at this point and bald spots, gray hair. He's not that young, y'all, 52. Even though, 52 is the new, 40? He looks so innocent. Y'all wilding out in these comments. All right, y'all. So 30 minutes. I think I'm going to cut it because y'all are tripping. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to blame you. I'm tired. There's a lot of more things for me to do before I turn it in. But y'all, look. What do you think about these lives? I think it works. I think I like it. So I think I might do this sometimes, maybe once a week, just to do a recap on any new things. There's a lot going on, too, in the news other than R. Kelly. We got Kevin Hart and that car crash, which to me, I was questioning this on Twitter. You guys need to follow me on Twitter. The Twitter is in my, I think it's in the description or in my bio somewhere. But I did tweet about the fact that it just seemed a little bit fishy. And then here we are. Yeah, we could talk about it all. But here we are now talking about how he was pulled out of the driver's side window. Initially, it was reported that it was a two-seater. And then all of a sudden, he was in the back seat. They pulled him out of the driver side window. Like, okay, well, how did three people fit in that two-seater? Was it a two-seater? That's what they were saying. And then it turns out they were like, oh, Kevin, he made it home and he called the, whatever. No, his security came, dug him out of the car and bypassed witnesses, left the people who were still in the car there. And he ended up not even, or I guess his wife, she says anonymous girl, but that sounds like his wife. On that 911 call, if you guys heard that, if you haven't heard it, go check that out. I know it's posted. That 911 call was his wife, and it had been 2 hours since the accident. She was just calling, talking about how he was immobile. He seemed like unconscious, or he was breathing, but that was about it. Something about his back. I mean, it sounded really bad. So with that being said, something ain't right about that whole situation. Kevin is a freak. Kevin was up to something, I'm telling y'all. But will we ever know? Meh. Me. Are you just getting here? Because I'm about to leave, girl. I know this was real spontaneous. I think maybe I will think of a set day, maybe some when people are usually around, or evening, and make it like once a week. My super chat, oh, I don't even, this is all new to me, but I appreciate even the thought of that. Yeah, something's definitely up with that Kevin Hart situation. Just like with what's that guy's name? Terrence, the little short guy. He does like hosting, and he was with that blonde golden Barbie, and there was an accident, and then they said that the girl, it wasn't her, and people were like, but it had to have been her. That's like his girl. Anyway, now they're broken up. So, and all that kind of just went away. Terrence J. There it is. Exactly. Thank you, Darlene. But yeah, yes, next time. So we'll plan this. I'll put it out there. If you guys should follow me either on Twitter, Instagram, both. Or I try to sometimes post on this community page because some people just don't leave YouTube. But yeah. But yeah, there's so much drama out here in these YouTube streets. There's a lot I want to talk about, actually. But I got to go. I thank y'all, as always. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Till next time. Peace.